My name's Rebecca Lyons, and I work in marketing and outreach for the Able Now program. So let's get started by taking a look at what we're going to cover during the presentation today. It's my hope that you'll leave this webinar with a very good understanding of the ABLE Act. And the ABLE Act establishes the rules, the requirements of ABLE accounts, such as who's eligible to save, how much money you can save in an account, how to use the account, etc. And then we're going to delve into the features and benefits of the ABLE program that Virginia sponsors, and then where you can get more information and how you go about opening an account. The reason ABLE accounts are so important is that they are a relatively new financial tool for eligible Americans with disabilities. But we do need your help to spread the word about this empowering program. It's estimated that 8 million Americans with disabilities are eligible to have an ABLE account, but just 1% of eligible individuals have opened their ABLE account. So if we all work together, we can improve these numbers. I work for Virginia 529, which is an independent state agency that manages the ABLE program. So I can give you information about ABLE Now, but it's always best to consult a trusted legal, financial, or tax advisor if you have specific questions that involve any of these categories. But let's start by talking about what ABLE Now is. ABLE Now is the largest independent direct sold ABLE savings program in the country, and it opened in December of 2016. Although ABLE Now is sponsored by the Commonwealth of Virginia, it is available nationwide to eligible U.S. citizens and legal residents, regardless of the state of residency. And today we have ABLE Now accounts in all 50 states. Later in this presentation, I'll review some of the advantages of the ABLE Now program, including the industry's first mobile app, which helps customers manage their accounts and improve accessibility. But again, ABLE Now is administered by Virginia 529. And Virginia 529 is an independent state agency, and it runs the largest college savings plan in the country. We have been helping families dream, save, and achieve for 25 years. And now with ABLE Now, our mission has become even more inclusive. So ABLE Now is a direct sold ABLE program. You can open and manage your ABLE account online. Now, there's an added benefit with ABLE accounts for those who are working account owners and don't participate in an employer-sponsored retirement program. These individuals may be able to contribute above the annual contribution limit thanks to the Able to Work Act. So the additional contribution limit is up to $12,760, or the account owner's compensation for the taxable year. So what does that mean? It means that eligible working individuals are empowered to save up to a maximum of $27,760 in their ABLE account in 2021. And again, that depends on the income. And this will not impact certain benefits due to the asset limitations. Now, the Federal ABLE Act of 2014 modified the US tax code. That was section 529, and it opened the door for ABLE accounts. And the ABLE Act is named for the late Stephen Beck Jr. He was a Virginian who advocated for people with disabilities. But sadly, Mr. Beck passed away right before the ABLE Act was signed into the law. But the ABLE Act was named for Mr. Beck to honor his advocacy. In fact, his daughter, Natalie Beck, became our first ABLE Now customer when our program opened. His widow, Catherine Beck, currently serves on our board, and we're so thankful for her advocacy. So ABLE is an abbreviation for Achieving a Better Life Experience, and it's similar to 529 college savings plans. All ABLE programs must be administered by a state. So in 2015, Virginia became the first state in the country to pass ABLE legislation after the federal ABLE statute was passed. And the state legislation authorized development of the two ABLE programs sponsored by the Commonwealth of Virginia, ABLE Now and ABLE America. And both programs are open for national enrollment and have unique advantages for all customers, regardless of the state a person lives in. So ABLE Now, again, is the largest program that is a direct sold independent program in the United States. So again, you can open your account directly online at ablenow.com. I want to share with you information about ABLE America. ABLE America is the first and the only ABLE program available through financial advisors, and it opened in July of 2018. ABLE America is distributed by the Capital Group, and this is the home of American Funds, one of the oldest and largest mutual fund companies in the country. Like ABLE Now, ABLE America is open to eligible individuals in all 50 states, and it's governed by the rules and requirements established by the ABLE Act, such as who's eligible, how much you can save, etc. But a financial advisor will give professional advice and help you build a comprehensive plan tailored to your needs. So just to summarize, ABLE America is an advisor-sold ABLE program. If you would prefer to work with an advisor, they can help you open your ABLE America plan. But for the purposes of this presentation, we're really going to focus on our direct sold ABLE Now program. So you may be wondering who is considered an eligible individual for an ABLE account. An eligible individual is someone who developed the onset of their disability before the age of 26 and is entitled to supplemental security income, SSI, or Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI benefits, based on blindness or a disability. Or if a person isn't entitled to SSI or SSDI benefits, they can self-certify that they have a qualifying disability diagnosis from a physician. And it's important to note that eligible individuals may only have one ABLE account at any time. So ABLE Now is open to all eligible individuals in any state, and an eligible individual can open an ABLE account at any age. In fact, we have individuals in our program that are newborns all the way to people in their 80s. But the only requirement is that if you're older than 26, the onset of your disability must have occurred before the age of 26. And I'd like to point out something about this ABLE age restriction. There's currently a proposed ABLE Age Adjustment Act that would extend ABLE eligibility from onset prior to 26 to onset of the disability prior to the age of 46. And this would mean that millions more individuals with disabilities would be able to take advantage of this empowering savings program. So in February of 2021, just this year, legislation was reintroduced to Congress again to try and push for this ABLE Age Adjustment Act. So we do ask you to talk to your representatives to support this bipartisan ABLE Age Adjustment Act. So once you have an account, you're going to want to use it. And money can be used in your ABLE account at any time to pay for qualified disability expenses. And an expense is qualified if you incurred the expense at a time you were considered an eligible individual. The expense relates to your disability, and the expense helps you maintain or improve your health, your independence, or quality of life. The examples of qualified disability expenses include, but you're not limited to, the categories you see here. And these categories were intentionally designed to be broad because we know qualified disability expenses can vary greatly from one person to the next. So just to give you an idea, some people use their ABLE account for basic living expenses. There may be something for health and wellness that may be helpful for you. Perhaps a therapy that's not covered by public or private insurance. You can use the funds in your ABLE account for housing. So you could use it to pay rent, utilities. You can use it for anything that relates to those housing expenses, as well as transportation. I've talked to some people that may need transportation or a vehicle modification, or even help taking an Uber or a Lyft. So it's really broad, these categories, so you can use it specifically for your individual needs, including education and training, perhaps job coaching, assistive technology. You can use it for financial management and legal fees, even help if you need to use your ABLE account to help with fees to set up a special needs trust. These are just a few examples, but you may have expenses that fall outside of these categories, and that's absolutely fine. As long as it relates to your disability, you can use the money in your account. So what are the advantages of saving in an ABLE Now account? Well, you can save beyond asset limitations. So generally, funds in an ABLE Now account are disregarded when determining eligibility for certain means-tested benefit programs, such as Medicaid and supplemental security income. So as a brief summary, for supplemental security income for those SSI benefits, an account balance up to and including $100,000 is disregarded. Money in an ABLE account in excess of $100,000 would be considered an asset, and it may cause SSI benefits to be reduced or suspended. There is no impact on Medicaid benefits, regardless of how much money is in the ABLE Now account. It's important to note that after the account owner dies and after all final expenses are paid, funds remaining in the ABLE account may be recovered to reimburse the state for Medicaid-related services. And this provision is commonly known as the Medicaid payback or Medicaid clawback provision. But for Virginians, in 2020, the Virginia General Assembly passed legislation to prohibit the state from pursuing Medicaid recovery claims against the ABLE Now or ABLE America accounts of Virginia residents, unless required to do so by law. So this is great news. If you have an ABLE Now or an ABLE America account and you live in Virginia, there no longer is that Medicaid payback provision. But for people that live outside of Virginia, we suggest that they check with their state about laws regarding that Medicaid payback provision. Now, with an ABLE account, you can save with the help of other individuals. Anyone can contribute to an ABLE Now account, including the account owner, family, and friends. And making a gift contribution is really easy. ABLE Now offers a convenient website where people can make a gift contribution directly into an account. And with direct deposit, a paycheck, Social Security income, or other recurring electronic payments can be automatically deposited. You can save in an account for your unique needs. So ABLE Now accounts are flexible. There's a low cost to maintain, and I'll go through those fees in just a minute. And you can manage your account anytime, anywhere with accessible online tools and a new mobile app as well. So you can pay for qualified disability expenses with your ABLE Now card, and everyone that opens an ABLE account will get the ABLE Now card that you can use at no additional cost. The earnings on your investments in the ABLE Now account grow tax-free. So you're never taxed when you use the money for qualified disability expenses. So those earnings grow tax-free, and you don't have to pay tax on the earnings when you use the account. And ABLE Now contributions may qualify for the Savers tax credit if the account owner is eligible, but we suggest that you talk to a financial professional about the Savers tax credit. In addition, some states may offer state tax incentives. So in Virginia, earnings grow free from federal and state taxes, and we also offer an annual state income tax deduction up to $2,000 per contributor for contributions to an ABLE Now or an ABLE America account. So we have the complete rules and details on our website. You can visit ablenow.com. We have our frequently asked questions and a program description that will go into detail about this. So ABLE Now makes it easy to save and invest at your own pace. And here's how it works. The first $2,000 in your ABLE Now account is automatically allocated to the FDIC insured ABLE Now deposit account. And this is linked to your ABLE Now card. You can contribute saving your contributions in this deposit account. So you could save as much as you'd like in the deposit account. But if you choose to, once the balance of the Able Now deposit account exceeds $2,000, if you would like to, you have the option to invest additional contributions into one or more of the investment portfolios listed on the screen. So each portfolio option is intended to address a different investment strategy and risk tolerance. So we have 3 Vanguard Life Strategy funds, an aggressive growth, moderate growth, conservative income, and then a Fidelity money market fund as well. I mentioned earlier that I'd review the account costs. The account costs are very minimal, and they're associated with maintaining your account. Able Now, along with our custodian, PNC Bank, offers some of the lowest fees in the country among Able programs. Plus, fees are the same for all customers, regardless of their state of residence. So there's no enrollment fee, there's no minimum contribution, but there is an account service fee of $3.25 a month. This service fee is waived if you maintain a balance of over $10,000 in the Able Now deposit account. And if the account owner or their authorized representative chooses to invest some of the funds, there are also asset-based fees. And this depends on the investment selection that you choose. And this is available on our website as well. So we've covered the ABLE Act and the advantages of saving in an ABLE account. Now let's talk about opening an account. If you're ready to start your savings, Able Now is open for national enrollment. And the application is available on our website, ablenow.com, by clicking the purple Open an Account button. And you'll also see links at the top of our website to manage your account, give a gift, subscribe to our newsletter, and you can contact customer service as well. Now, who can open an Able Now account? The eligible individual may open and manage an Able Now account independently if they're over the age of 18. But if the eligible individual is a minor under the age of 18 or is unable to open the account, or if it's just a person that chooses to open an account but not exercise signature authority, and they just would like to have help, an individual authorized to act on their behalf may open and manage the ABLE account as an authorized representative. And on this slide, you can see what information you need to open an account. So if you're interested in opening an account for yourself, you're going to need to provide your personally identifiable information, PII, including your name, address, date of birth, and social security number. And then you do have the choice to enter your bank account information with your application, or you can wait until a later date when your account is open. But if someone else is going to open the account for you as an authorized representative, you'll need to provide your personally identifiable information, as well as that information for the eligible individual who will be the account owner. So it's very important to note that eligible individuals who have an authorized representative opening the account for them, this category has expanded. So parents, grandparents, siblings, and spouses can open an Able Now account by self-certifying their relationship to the eligible individual. And for these categories of eligible family members, no documentation of the relationship is required during enrollment. An authorized representative opening an Able Now account as the legal guardian, care representative, or power of attorney for the eligible individual are required to upload appropriate legal documentation electronically before being able to contribute or withdraw funds from an Able Now account or use the Able Now card. And applicants in these categories will receive instructions to submit the required documentation during enrollment. So there is a priority order for authorized representatives that are family members. The order of priority for eligible family members is first given to the spouse if the eligible individual is married, The second person would be the parent. If the parent isn't available or is unwilling to open an account, a sibling can, or a grandparent. So after opening an account, you'll receive a welcome email with information on accessing your Able Now account online. And the Able Now consumer portal offers a convenient way to check and manage your account 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can view your account balance and transaction information. You can manage account notifications and more. And then customers can also manage their account on the go with the Able Now mobile app. So the mobile app is available from the Apple App Store and for Android devices from Google Play. So if you have a smartphone, you can manage your account on the go, or if you have another device that you receive internet services for, such as an iPad. And I'd like to mention that we're offering the opportunity to enter to win a $500 Able Now account. Now, this is for all the people that attend presentations for us during this quarter. But to make it easy, you can take a picture of the QR code or just open your phone and click on that, and you can enter to win $500. And that would be a great way to jumpstart an account or make a contribution to your account. You can also go to ablenow.com/win for the terms and conditions. So I've completed most of the formal presentation, and I would like to just go over a few questions and answers at this point. And feel free to jump in if you'd like to, just unmute yourself. You're free to answer these questions if you know the answer. And don't worry, it's not like a pop quiz where you have to get it right, because I'm going to give you the answer at the end. Okay, our first question is, I'm older than the age of 26. Can I open an Able Now account? Does anyone know the answer? Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you. Yes, an eligible individual is someone who developed the onset of their disability before the age of 26. But again, if you remember, people can be over the age of 26 and open an Able Now account. So we have account owners that are just babies all the way to people that are in their 80s. So you can be over the age of 26. The next question is, just 1 minute. Do I need to live in a certain state to open an Able Now account? I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer because I think you guys are muted, so you probably can't answer. And so that was probably not smart on my half to tell you that you could talk to me. But you do not have to live in a certain state to open an Able account. So if you're living in Virginia and you open an Able Now account and for some reason you move to another state, you can still keep your Able Now account open. So we have account owners in all 50 states. The next question, how much can I save in my Able Now account? Well, you can save up to $15,000 a year in 2021. And this is tied to the annual gift tax exclusion. So if that gift tax exclusion goes up, you can save more. And just for a point of reference, when we first opened Able programs, you could only save $14,000 a year. And so that has changed in current years. But for working adults, they can save up to an additional $12,760. Or depends on what their income is. And this one we haven't gone over, but it's important. Can I have an Able Now account and a special needs trust? Yes, absolutely. We found that having both an Able Now and a special needs trust can go very much hand in hand. They can complement each other. So many times people will open both. So you're not limited to just one, but it may be good to talk to a professional to see what the best fit is for you or for the eligible individual. And then who can contribute to an Able Now account? Well, the answer to that is anyone. So the account owner, family, friends, even strangers, if they want to contribute to an account, anyone can contribute to that account. And the place to open an Able Now account is directly from our website. So ablenow.com, there's an open an account tab, and there's online instructions on how to complete the application. So we have answers to these questions as well as many, many more on our website at ablenow.com under the resource tab under frequently asked questions. So I'm going to leave you with the next slide. This is our contact information, our website. We do hope that you'll share our Able Now information on Facebook, on Twitter, so more people can hear about this important program. So if you're part of other family and community groups, please let them know about Able Now. And if there are questions that I can't answer for you today or that you think of later, please reach out. You can call that phone number you see listed here on the screen. But for now, I'm going to share my video. Here I am. Hi, everyone. And let's see if we've got any questions coming in. Is there anything that you guys would like to ask? Feel free to put it in the Q&A. And I see a couple, but feel free to ask.
So the first one's, what are the differences between special needs trust and ABLE acts?
Oh, this is an excellent question. Thank you for asking that. One of the big differences is with an ABLE account, you're limited in how much you can save in a given year. So again, you can put up to 15,000 unless you work and don't have a retirement plan. So with a special needs trust, you can put a great deal more into a special needs trust. But we're hearing from many people, and I don't know, Jan and Rhonda, if you've heard this as well, that sometimes with specific special needs trusts, you may not be able to pay for housing and that type of thing without causing problems with SSI benefits. So many times they go hand in hand and people will use them, transfer money from a special needs trust into an ABLE account. But there just are some differences. For instance, like if you received an inheritance that was a larger amount of money, or there was a settlement of some sort that's beyond that $15,000 asset limit, a trust can be a really good way to save. So Able Now accounts are designed that you can use the funds. They're not managed by a trustee. You can use them day to day. They're flexible, they're affordable, that type of thing. But again, special needs trusts are very important as well. And so we recommend that you do talk to an advisor or a legal professional to see what the best fit is for you. And then can an eligible individual open an ABLE account if they received a large back payment from SSA and the money is already in their personal checking account? That's a good question. I don't know for sure. I mean, if you had an ABLE account open at the time you had those Social Security benefits, you might be able to, but I would need to check on that just to give you the correct answer, because I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to have had the ABLE account open, I believe, at the time that you were receiving those benefits. But again, April, I'll try and get a conclusive answer on that. And then a question about where should child support go? Again, this is something that would be an individual decision that you make, but if you choose to, you can either deposit that child support directly into an Able Now account or a personal account. You can link a personal bank account to your Able Now account, and you can transfer money back and forth. But if you choose to just have that direct deposited into your Able Now account, you can. But that would be more of a personal decision on how you'd like to do that. Again, keep in mind that with an Able account, you can save beyond that asset cap for SSI benefits, beyond that $2,000 asset limit, up to the $15,000 a year without endangering SSI benefits.
Okay, there were a couple of questions, Rebecca, in chat also, and a couple of comments. But for
Okay.
individuals who work, can they deposit their paycheck by direct deposit?
Absolutely, yes. And you'd start with your employer first to get information from them. They would process this for you. But yes, we're finding now with our direct deposit, you can have paychecks directly deposited into your Able Now account. And we do have a really good webinar that you may want to check out. We just recorded it this week, and it's going to be uploaded to the ablenow.com website, and it's about managing your account. And we have a customer service rep that will discuss exactly how that works. But yes, you definitely can direct deposit.
Okay, and a couple comments. Someone said a lump sum payback from SSA, you have 9 months to spend that down.
Oh, okay, great.
And up to
Excellent.
15,000 in Able and/or first party special needs trust.
Okay, great.
And
Yes.
then there's another comment that child support for an adult needs to be irrevocably assigned to a first party trust for it not to count as unearned income for the
Okay.
adult child.
Correct. And please keep in mind that with an Able account, income is going to be considered the way it always has. Just because you put something that's counted as earned or unearned income into an Able account, it's still going to be considered income to an account. But the benefit of an Able account is that you can grow beyond that asset limit for SSI benefits. But yeah, thank you all for these great comments and questions. That's wonderful. Okay, and
I think we answered the question because the child support's for a child over 18.
Okay, I see. Okay, yes.
Yeah. And another comment said that the paycheck may be deposited into Able, but keep in mind that the beneficiary may either put up to $12,000 into Able or contribute to the employer's 401k, 403b, et cetera. You can't have double dip and save income in both.
That's correct. So if you're
Okay.
participating as an employee in with a company, with that business that has an employer-sponsored retirement program, you will not be able to save up to that $12,720. So thanks for that comment. So this is really to get that additional 12,000 plus. It would mean that your employer doesn't participate in an employer-sponsored retirement program. But for some of those independent businesses or businesses that may not participate or they don't have a retirement program, then you can save either the lesser of whatever your income is for that year or up to that 12,760 limit. So it's the lesser of those two. So thank you guys. Great comments, great information that you're sharing. Is there anything else that I can answer for you? Well, I will go ahead then. I appreciate so much all of your comments, your questions, and just for you taking the time out of your schedules to spend learning a little bit more about Able Now. And again, please reach out to our customer service team if you do have any questions, if they can be assistance. And again, I know that the ARC offers great information as well, and they can help you with those special needs trusts and, you know, coordinating, at least talking to you more about the benefits of a special needs trust versus an Able account. But
there is one further question.
Okay.
If someone transfers money from an Able to a first party trust, is it taxable?
That's a good question. That would be something that would fall within those tax and legal benefits that I really can't touch upon. So it's important to talk to a tax professional about that. We hear a lot about moving money from special needs trust into an Able account, but not the other way around. So I would talk to a tax or a legal professional about that because I'm sorry, I don't have that information.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca. If there are no more questions, I so appreciate it. Rhonda, would you stop the recording, please?
Thank you all for having